Hi, Exodus. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Hope you are great. So I came across this video from this beautiful black woman who talked about how it is time they start holding white women who raise children like the head of this administration and the rest of them. Some of them actually concur, and some of them think it's also a good opportunity for them to ask if black mothers are great mothers and all of that. And they were asking if they should open the can of worm. And I say, yes, open the can of worm. Let's see who the can of worm start eating first. Because it looks like these people don't know anything about themselves. Like, I am going to keep reminding you about yourself. Yeah. White women raise terrible children. Oh, and they were talking about how, so it's time they start holding some black kids that probably peep somebody and start holding their mothers. Let me tell you something. It looks like you forgot your culture. That your culture is peep culture, like mass peep culture. Like you don't know. See, sincerely speaking, the day they will say, let's start arresting women that gave birth to kids that did mass peep, that white women will be all gone. White women, there will not be anyone in the house for their men to marry anymore, because it's going to be the can of worm she wanted to open that will bite her nose. You know what? Let's get into this video.
So when do we get to start holding white women accountable who raise men like Trump? Because white women are not passengers on the patriarchy airplane. They're co-pilots, historically and even right now. From enslavers' wives to school board Karens to moms raising little future proud boys. That pipeline didn't build itself. It was curated. It was polished and passed down like a family recipe. And yet you barely ever see white women checking each other, because accountability would mean losing their comfort cushions, the ones they benefit from. Because yeah, patriarchy harms them, but white supremacy protects them. And far too many of them will trade freedom, liberation for a front row seat to whiteness almost every time. So when will they hold each other accountable? When it costs them more to speak up, when it costs them more to be silent than to speak up, when their social circles aren't collapsing, and when being a good white woman finally stops being their cover, when their son's violence hits home instead of outside communities, and when other white women stop swooping in to save them, rescue them, cover them like a reflex. Because here's the thing, white women could shift the whole country if they wanted to. They swing elections. They dominate political spaces. They run the PTA, the nonprofit boards, the neighborhood committees. They shape the worldview for most of America's sons. Y'all remember Daughters of the Confederacy? Yeah, Moms for Liberty now. And if they turned on white supremacy even halfway, the earth would shake. But they won't. Not until white women decide that being a decent human being matters more than being protected by the system that their husbands built. And until then, it's the rest of us doing the emotional labor, sounding the alarm, and collecting all the receipts that these women swear do not exist. Because while we all know and can obviously see that Trump is a disgusting human being, he was nurtured, coddled, and conditioned to be the type of person that he is, unchecked for years. That needs to be talked about more. And the cultivators and creators of men like this need to be held accountable and called out. You know what I think is funny? Every time I make the white people mad in a video, like that video I made about when are we going to hold white women accountable for raising men like Trump, and anytime these white people get mad, here they go in my comments trying to say, but aren't you part white? But you're not full black, you're Hindu or something. So, and then they also want to say, well, when are we going to hold black women accountable like you want white women to hold accountable? When are we going to hold black women accountable for raising thugs and criminals? The whataboutism is crazy, and it's so funny to me because they think by invalidating my blackness, right, that somehow makes my point invalid. Like, the logic don't be logicking, and it shows just how ignorant these people really is, but it's engagement for me, so I don't care. Comment away, white people, be mad. Oh, and telling a black American that they're part white is not a flex, because you know how that white got there? 9 times out of 10, grape, bitch. That ain't a flex. Ew. Am I sure I want to open the can of worms? Baby, you opened the can of worms the second you brought out your whataboutisms because you were triggered. But that's okay. I don't mind opening the can of worms. I don't even mind seasoning them, frying them up, and putting them on a plate and serving it to you, baby. You asked if I'm saying that black women raise better children than white women do. And the answer is a resounding yes, absolutely. I said what I said. And the data says amen. See, I don't argue feelings, I argue research, and the research says that black parents, especially black mothers, believe that they are doing an excellent job at raising their children based on the outcomes. Pew Research said that, not me. And not surprising, black mothers also report the highest levels of stress because we are parenting while fighting racism, housing discrimination, underemployment, and systemic nonsense that white moms do not have to navigate. And somehow, despite all of that, black women still end up raising kids that have resilience, stronger extended family bonds, and higher emotional independence. Meanwhile, white moms are over there boy-momming their sons straight into the red pill pipeline. The statistics speak for themselves, and baby, if it stings, take it up with the numbers. Because let's be real, anytime America produces a new chump, a new Proud Boy, a mass unaliver, or a grown man who throws a tantrum when he's asked to wash his legs, we can all trace it back to the same demographic. And it ain't black mothers. So yeah, I'll say it again, and slowly this time. Black mothers are raising incredible children in a country that was built to break them. While white mothers are raising boys that can't take no for an answer, and when told no, they'd rather go and pew-pew their parents rather than take some accountability or follow what they've been told. They are also raising mass unalivers, school pew-pewers, red pill groypers, closeted He-Man woman haters, patriarchal princes, and Trump 2.0s. These women are raising proud boys and the same men that become your cousins that are in my comments asking me these dumbass questions. So that's the can you wanted to open today, and I don't mind it. Because just know, if you're scared of the truth, baby, I'm the wrong one. So I hope that can of worms tastes real good with all that seasoning I added.
I wish more people understood that they didn't just oppress black people, they reversed the narrative. White supremacy and white people, period, would crumble if black people actually understood more about themselves. Who we are, where we come from, the spiritual technologies we mastered, the civilizations we come from, the resilience built into our bodies through our melanin. Melanin impacts our brain chemistry. Melanin impacts our sensory functions. We adapt even better to harsh climates. Like, we are very strong individuals by nature. That's why I don't like that we demonize us being strong as people, because we are strong. We were made to be strong. It is survival of the fittest at the end of the day. And after everything we've endured, we're still here. We're strong. But they labeled us primitive and savage and demonic and unintelligent and inferior. Yet they came to our lands and studied what we were doing. So what they were doing was just reversing the narrative of everything that they're not, they put it on us. White superiority could never stand on its own. It has to be manufactured. There is no cultural, historical, and scientific backing to them. That's why when people deem them attractive, with all due respect, I say, for what reason are they attractive? What is it about them? It is only their whiteness, which has been marketed to us to find attractive, because there's actually nothing very attractive about them. You would have to like them for their whiteness. And they fiercely protect themselves, and they always will. They always will. I recently watched this show called The Diplomat on Netflix, and it is just so funny to me how they put the most basic bitch of a white woman, with all due respect. And it was part of the storyline, but she was the black man liked her, the white man liked her. She was the hottest bitch on the block. But if you saw her, you were like, I don't really see what's so enticing about her. Never mind, she had a bad attitude. She was a raging feminist. She was a difficult wife, but still was made out to be the most beautiful or desirable, that's the word, desirable person. You see how they protect themselves? They push the most mediocre, basic woman. And this is why even when we talk about black women in our wombs and our aging, oh, women are cooked. I hear black men quoting white supremacist talking points. Oh, women are done by the age of 28. White women are. Black women are not. Have you seen, just type in 40-year-old black women on TikTok. Just type it in. We don't need to be rich and have a bunch of expensive treatments to preserve ourselves. We naturally, melanin naturally preserves us. As long as we keep our weight in check and keep our spirits with joy, we will look good for a very long time. We don't age the same way. Now, if you were to take any of this as black supremacy and she's hating on white people and all of this type of stuff and this is mean, let me tell you now, you're a coon. If the truth registers to you, because there's nothing here I've said that is just purely opinions, this is truth. If it registers to you as black supremacy rather than just that's truth, or oh, I'd like to study this, I'd like to look more into this, then yeah, this page is probably not for you, because you clearly don't love the truth. And you aim to make white people comfortable. I have never had a desire. That's why I've never stayed in jobs long term, because I've just never had a desire to appease white people at all. There's not one bone in my body that cares. It is not black superiority. It's just simply correction of the narrative that they've spewed, and that a lot of us unfortunately have ingested and believe to be true. I really hope black people will just study and come home to themselves, reverence your ancestors. Religion keeps a lot of us so docile, but that's a whole nother topic. Just stop swallowing white lies about who you are.
To start holding white women accountable who raise men like Trump, because white women are not passengers on the patriarchy airplane. They're co-pilots.
That entire video was painful to watch. Obviously, everything is white women's fault because they need to be held accountable. But, you know, people like the kid who murdered Austin Metcalf, Carmelo Anthony's mother, isn't being held accountable. In fact, didn't she get hundreds of thousands of dollars via Venmo and GoFundMe and whatnot? What about Irina Zetsuka's killer? Is his mother being held accountable? Is she? Not to my knowledge. What about Logan Federico's killer? What about his mother? Is she being held accountable? No? Wow. That is insane. So what you're saying is only white mothers should be held accountable. Forget about the black mothers, right? Because, you know, they raise their kids so well. Get fucked.
To start holding white women accountable who raise men like Trump, because white women are not passengers on the patriarchy airplane. They're co-pilots.
Well, if the patriarchy airplane means president of the United States, if it means real estate mogul, if it means billionaire, if it means winner, well, I guess I'm a pilot on the patriarchy airplane.
To start holding white women accountable who raise men like Trump, because
I need y'all to go back and start and listen to that fucking video, every word of it, because I've been saying this for fucking ever. White women are the pillars that hold this shit up. There would not be this white supremacy bullshit unless it was for us. We allow this shit to happen within our brothers, our fucking fathers, our uncles, our sons. We do this. Listen to what she has to say, please.
You know, this is why this app is full of shit. For all the times my lives have been canceled because of violent behavior and shit like that. For every time I've had a comment violated for extremism, shit like that. For every time one of my videos have been removed for harassment and bullying. TikTok allows this Nazi bitch on this motherfucker and nobody says shit. If you watch my good friend, brother, and fellow villain Tiger Bomb's whole page, he talks about shit like this so that you too can spot it. But look at it. She's worse on Instagram. On Instagram, she just don't give a fuck. On Instagram, she just doesn't give a fuck. And TikTok allows this. I said like something like 3 years ago that TikTok has Aryan Brotherhood recruiting on its app. Hey, TikTok, how is it you can climb up my ass and the ass of anybody that isn't one of these pale white folks? You can climb through their whole fucking account, cancel every fucking thing if they use words like Trump, fascism, and shit like that. But if it was any more clear, like, I mean, come on. If this was any more apparent, the bitch would be clear. She'd be glass walking around here just. So here is what I need from you. TikTok isn't going to get rid of accounts like this. They're not. They're not going to get rid of accounts like this. Because the uproar is not worth it to them, maybe. But it's not like we can't try. You see, ladies and gentlemen, for all the racist motherfuckers that think I hate white people, is this you too? Hey, Dale Sams, this you? This you right here, homie? Dale, if you tell me you don't hate this, then maybe every time I talk, it hits you. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But if it hits you, bitch, I'm into. And what's funny is this. TikTok, Meta, Google, CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox, CNN, MSNBC. Everybody is trying to court that white, racist demographic at the expense of the rest of us that don't even follow that shit. The media pit Muslims against Jews here in America. They did that. They did that. So many people on both sides fell for it. Like, y'all, really? Y'all gonna fall for some bullshit. Knowing goddamn well conversations can be had. It was the media that kept hyping up stories like, the price of eggs is so high under Joe Biden. Now the east wing of the fucking White House is gone. The media over here got their hands in their pocket whistling Strangers in Paradise while walking through a motherfucking cemetery. Social media has allowed shit like this to come up because it's a differing of opinion. Bullshit. Bullshit. A differing of opinion is, I like DC. King Lion likes Marvel. We can agree to disagree. Both of them are comics. We understand. This shit is not a disagreement. This shit is not a differing of opinion. This bitch is a not Zai. I have to say unalive. She gets to say the S word. I got to say funny mustache man. This bitch can be in the goddamn video talking about Hitler. And yet for some reason, every time Shochu takes his little frail ass up on goddamn Capitol Hill to testify, none of this shit is ever addressed. Or how the fucking biases of their own goddamn whatevers, mods, is never addressed. How's this bitch account that big? How, Sway? How? Because you're pissing off the black delegation, the brown delegation, the native delegation, the gay delegation, the Jewish delegation, the Muslim delegation. So all you got is Caucasians. All you got, I'm sorry, Caucasians and Tunisians who want to sleep with old Becky here. And yet, that account's that big. Bitch got a bunch of videos. What is it? 4.4 million likes? On an application that gets 150 million views a day. Old not Zai bitch here is still here. Isn't that odd? especially considering the fact they will ban my live for nothing. But they're, much like everybody else, Bite, Dance, Oracle, and the rest of these motherfuckers are courting the angry white people. Please come use our social media applications. We'll even protect you. In other words, all of these racist motherfuckers want a safe space, and our media is giving it to them. But they think we're fucking snowflakes. Does it make me a snowflake not wanting to be anywhere near this bitch? Am I a snowflake for really not wanting her, doing that whole breathing air thing? Am I wrong for that? Am I wrong? I thought that's what we were supposed to do. I thought that I could have swore. Maybe it's me, but I could have swore that's what we were trying to do. Make sure this shit doesn't come back. But now it's back. But when it's over, when that orange bitch at the top fucking passes away from the scene, a lot of y'all gonna be looking for us. And we're not coming anywhere near you. I just discovered yesterday, Upscroll. There's a social media application called Upscroll. I'm on it now. Did you know you can make 20-minute fucking videos? I could have an entire Upscroll exclusive web series. Accidental Thruple, y'all. The series. I don't need to be here. I don't. Especially when this shit will hit the FYP, but I won't. Never advocated for the unaliving of a group. See what I'm saying? Unaliving. Never advocated for the unaliving of a large swath of people. Never showed my penis. Never showed my, I've been shirtless. You know what I mean? I've been shirtless. But this is allowed to flourish. This bitch got the lightning bolts in the shit. The double lightning bolts. Bitch, you are so stupid. We can see you. And they're doing it for some of the dumbest, plainest, racist motherfuckers you've ever seen. Look at her. Fucking eyes in 2 different zip codes. I got eyes. I got eyes in different area codes. Area codes. She's superior. She's doing this shit on Instagram. And Meta's like, that's okay. But my friend, Nick Nack, who has a show that she does, she has several podcasts that she does, and she talks about adult themes and things of that nature. Meta's like, well, we're not going to recommend your channel, but you'll recommend this bitch? One day, this right-wing fever is going to break. And when it does, some of y'all cannot say a motherfucking thing. If we elect another black person to do anything, it's not the end of racism, you stupid motherfuckers. If we elect a Jewish person president with a Muslim vice president, that ain't the end of shit. You know how this ends? When people like this are no longer here, when they're daisies, when they're fertilizer. And all of media, from social media to print media to television and shit, you will have to pay for this. We're not going to fucking forget that you were the handmaidens for this.
This is all I got from this video. And why are they so pissed and mad? I love to say it. But sincerely speaking, they need to start holding them accountable. Wait, The man that said, when are they going to start holding black boys responsible for what, black women or black mothers responsible for what black men? See. Don't even come close to black women, because you might not survive it. You won't make it. Now, let me start with this. I think, where is the mother of the man that unalived Charlie Kirk? because last I checked, you guys were waiting for it to be black man, and it ended up that it's your Christian national, white national, whatever they call them, conservative and all that. And what happened to the mother? Where is actually the mother? And where is the family so far? I don't know. You guys really be moving so wild. All the masked people, like if they, sincerely speaking, if they start catching, the day they will start catching the mothers of those white boys that go around doing mass people, trust me, there will not be space anymore. You think you have mouth to talk. It's actually in your culture, because it's white supremacy culture to go around and pew. Like any day they wake up in a very bad mood, or maybe you did not keep milk for them, they go out and put that pain on somebody. You want to talk about black. See, for those that do not know, black men also, because I know black men are also in their children's life, because before you know what's going, they will tell you that single mother and single father syndrome. Go and check it. They will tell you that black men are likely to take their children to school, have dinner with their children, do this with their children and all that. White men are nowhere to be found. So shut the hell up. Shut the hell up, because majority of you raise nonsense. You all be raising nonsense, rubbish, bullshit. That is what they raise. And then they come out here to tell me that black men are this, black women are that. Shut the hell up. Because last I checked, before you see mass people coming from, it is always you. And then why that happens, you pray. So it could be people that look like me. That is how horrible the mindset is. Oh, the woman, the Kiki was talking about how white women could just be so silly and all that. And a white woman decided to ask her, do you want me to open that can of worms? Which worms do you want to open? The one that will bite your nose or the one that will bite your eyes? Let me know the ones you want to open. Yes, black women are incredible, great moms, wonderful. They raise good children. Why fighting you and your husband? Because every day you guys wake up, all you guys are looking for is a way to make life harder for them. Yeah. See, mind you, I am not saying my community is perfect, but nobody should ever cross line. Don't come for my community for no reason. Because you guys know that your parents do not raise you guys well. And then they always raise mass pupils. And then when they start, you guys will never talk about it and take accountability for a majority of the things you do. You want to push that on my people, right? You haven't seen shit. But you see your fellow white women also criticize, or a fellow white person telling you people that it's time they start holding you people responsible for some BS you guys do and some things you guys produce. Man, just leave my people alone. Now, for that woman that, oh yeah, that Miss America, sincerely speaking, all the social media are so racist. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry at the same time. You know, sometimes I have to see, there are so many videos that I have on my channel. Can you imagine working so hard to create video of 30 something minutes, 20 something minutes, and you upload the video, you put it in the studio, and the video cannot air. Why? Because YouTube do not want it to air. What happened? Nothing. No violence, nothing. That is how they censor you. They censor you for no reason. But some people can say Yazi. Some people can say this. Some people can say any rubbish. Like that woman, Bishop Thomas was talking about. Excuse me. Everything about her page, black people. I don't know what we did to her, but then, you know, one thing I know for sure is that some people will start crying blood real soon. I will draw the curtain here. Bye for now.